Hello, I'm Liv. Just waiting for them to show up. It'd be awkward if they don't, but they will. I think I invited them. Not too sure how my firm works, but I think I invited them. Maybe. Well, this is awkward just sitting here waiting. But it's okay. I'm very nervous because I like them a lot in the person. Hello?
Oh, we're sideways.
Yes. Do you want to
Who
be up and
knew this
down?
is what?
Do you want to be up and down or
No,
sideways?
this is great. This is all new.
Cool.
Very exciting stuff. Oh, now I've turned on silent by accident. Hold on a second. All right, there we go. Now we're in business.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very good. Very good.
I'm so nervous.
Don't be. I mean,
I am a personal fan, so I'm gonna geek it out right now.
that's awesome.
So,
Well, that's great. You can ask all the hard-hitting questions. I'll try to
okay,
embarrass myself so you don't have to be embarrassed. And
great. Have people joined? Oh, okay. We got a group.
people are here. Hi, everybody.
Perfect. Hello. Oh, the production director of the station joined. This will be fun.
Everyone's watching. Everyone. Yeah, I'm seeing some Jukebox people there. Hopefully, some people are about to see on tour, about to hit the road. Hi, everybody. Cool.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get started since we got
Great.
a collective of people here. Hi, my name is Olivia. I'm the music director and DJ Liv for WZMB's radio station. I have a show called Brain Dump every Monday and Wednesday from 4 to 5, and I just kind of talk about what's on my mind. Um, for my WZMB people, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Ben Thornwell. I play piano and I sing. This is my little station. We're in rehearsals for Jukebox the Ghost. That's who I am.
So, um, got my list of questions here. Let's see. The origin of Jukebox the Ghost. How did this happen?
We met and have been friends since college. So we met in college. We were at George Washington University in DC. And we were just that band. Like Tommy, the guitarist, put up a flyer in the music department, and we answered it. And he joined me and Jesse, and we had another terrible band name called the Sunday Mail, which we got rid of not too long after that, and replaced it with the
So,
equally bad Jukebox the Ghost, which is only barely ahead of its time for blank the blank bands. And yeah, we started touring right after college, made our first record our senior year, and have just sort of been going ever since. Can't stop, won't
wow.
stop.
Yeah, because your first album came out 2008, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 7. So
Yeah, yeah, me
I
too,
yeah,
me
I
too,
was
me
a
too,
little
me too.
baby.
Yeah, we were all kids.
It's okay. But you guys still have been kicking it since then. So like props to you
Can't stop.
guys.
We just like making music, like playing shows, so we
Yeah.
keep doing it.
What is your guys' musical inspirations?
We're all over the. I mean, I'm a classical pianist at my root, and so I'm always trying to sneak that stuff in best I can. As a band, we've been. I'm sure a lot of the people, the jukebox people watching now, know we've been doing these Queen shows that we're doing again this year. We do a full Queen cover band thing around Halloween, and and Queen has become like a really legitimate reference for us, which is great because they're an insanely good band.
Mhm.
But, none of us agree on the music that we listen to. Like, we don't have the same favorite bands or anything. Um, and you can usually eventually agree on what Jukebox Go sounds like. But a lot of it's song by song. Does a song have a jam? Do we want it to have like, Billy Joel keys or Freddie vocals
Variety
or
is great. That's where you get the best stuff, variety.
yeah.
And I must say, your cover of Somebody to Love is amazing.
Thank you.
You know. Um, this one's kind of a silly question. Who drew the ghost character?
Not silly at all. There we have a resident artist in our group, and it's Tommy. Tommy drew that the day that we came with the band name. He
It's
just
so
doodled it.
cute.
He doodled on a little piece of paper, and it became our logo and our mascot and our symbol and everything.
So is his name Jukebox? Is
I
that
don't know. I don't know. That's not what it was. It was like we came with the band name. It's a totally nonsensical combination of words, and then he drew that stupid little ghost. Yeah, I think a lot of people think it's like Jukebox is the name of the ghost.
Mhm. Well,
I
you
have no
should name
idea.
them.
I'm so deep into this thing. Like, I've been drinking the Kool-Aid for so many years. I have no idea what any of it means
Right,
anymore.
right. I love it. Um, what is your dream collaboration?
Dream collab.
You could collab with any artist, any singer. Who would it be?
Dead or alive, Freddie Mercury. Let's get that guy up
Oh
here and we're
yeah.
gonna do a little sing off. I don't know who would be fun to. There's so many like really awesome. Um, oh, I should have an. Um, no, I don't know. Sasha B
It's
fluting.
okay.
Sasha B
Who?
fluting. Sasha
Okay.
B. Hold on. I'm looking. I'm making sure that this is right. Sasha B fluting. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's Lizzo's flute. So I would like to do a collaboration with Lizzo's flute. I think that would
Lizzo's
be very
flute.
fun.
So Lizzo and Lizzo's flute.
Yeah, Sasha B fluting has 310,000 followers.
Oh my
So
gosh.
her flute is significantly more popular
Wow.
than we are. But I think that flute would be a very nice
That's amazing. I
uh,
love it.
collab.
Let's see. What has been the hardest song to write or finish?
Hardest song to finish or write. Man, there were some tough ones on this new record. Everybody Panic. Like some of Tommy's tunes were like, Tommy comes in with these like very lofty, complicated ideas, and then we have to find ways to make them work. So that one took a bunch of like edits and rewrites and lyrical stuff and structural changes. It's really hard because some songs are just like written in an hour, and it just happens.
Yeah.
And but then you might spend like a month producing them, or some songs you'd like, work on, and then you record it in a heartbeat. That's a great question. I don't know. Hollywood took a long time. That's from a couple
Okay.
records ago. It went through a lot of incarnations. We have a song called Hey Mode off the new record, or Hey Maud
Yes.
off the new record that used to be called Hey Mode, that we wrote when we were in college and then rewrote for this record.
Oh
So
wow.
technically that one took the longest.
I really like that one.
Thanks.
I'm glad how it came out because it's one of my favorite.
Awesome. Cool.
Because sometimes, when the writing process and the creation process, just something about it just doesn't hit right, and you got to fix it because it's going to bug you for the rest of your life if you don't.
And, yeah, exactly. And there's so many songs in the sad song graveyard that never see the light of day. But
Yeah, it happens. Let's see. When or what was the moment that made you guys realize I made it? Wow, I made it.
Still waiting. I'm still waiting for that one.
Still waiting, really?
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Like a you made it moment. I don't know. We never had like that watershed moment. We've had moments where it's like, oh shit, this is working.
Yes.
Like, which is our, we've never had a Sasha B fluting moment where all of a sudden we're the most famous flute in the world. We're this little engine that could. I mean, I remember even when we were back in college in DC, we played a show right at the end of our senior year, and like 500 people showed up, and they weren't like people that were our friends. We're like, oh, people are coming that don't know us. That's awesome. That means we're doing something right. And, we've had shows that, all of a sudden we're in a city and 1,000 people show up, and we're like, where did these people come from? This doesn't
Why
make
are you here?
Like it's so that's always surreal, but there was never like I don't know. I still don't feel like I've made it. I still feel like I'm hustling and working, trying to find the answer.
And I guess a follow-up question with that. I know you've performed for like Lollapalooza, and you've been on Conan, and you toured with like a great big world. Like,
Sorry, just really, you were making me sound like such an asshole in the best way. You're like, you have nothing to demarcate success, and then you just list all of the things.
Hey, you gotta stay humble, okay?
Yeah. Those are good things.
Humble.
Sorry to interrupt.
You've done all these amazing things. Like, what was your thought process like going through those experiences and moments, like touring with artists or going on night shows? Like, what was your like thought process in the moment?
Yeah, it's always surreal. Like any late night performance is bizarre because you're in the studio. It happens so fast. You load in early in the morning. You rehearse at like 10:30. You perform 5 hours later, and then it's on. It's all just like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
I'm like hanging out and chatting with Lisa Kudrow on camera with Conan there, and or it's just like, what is this weird world that I get to live in?
Like whiplash almost.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. you know, touring with other bands like A Great Big World, like those guys, I've known them since before they were Great Big World. They've been longtime buddies, and you know, touring is like it's like summer camp. You make the friends, you meet the people, you get close with them. But then like a Letterman or a Lollapalooza or a Conan, like those are surreal.
Yeah, I love it. Let's see. Let's see. Questions. I didn't go through all of them. I hope I didn't go through all of them. That was quick.
I don't know. I
Oh,
should. I was talking fast. Talk really slow on this next one.
okay.
I'm gonna
Um,
crawl.
how does Cheers stand out from the rest of your albums?
Cheers stands out from the rest of our albums in that no, we self-produced Cheers. Cheers was our pandemic record. I think most, if not all, artists, you know, making music right now, like have their, you know, pandemic album.
Mm,
Um, and this was ours, and we got very lucky that right before the pandemic hit, we didn't know obviously the world's going to shut down. We decided to make our own little studio. I'm in this little studio now. It's chaotic because we're in rehearsal mode. But like, you know, let's make our own little studio and let's record ourselves. Like, we've done 5 albums with other producers. I bet we can do it now. And so we, you know, wrote, produced, recorded all of it in this little room right here during the pandemic. So instead of like going to a studio and spending a bunch of money every day, and you know, we did it here. So this record was me learning how to engineer, us learning how to produce, um, and not having like another person in the room, a producer, to be like, hey, try this, try that. We had to do it all internally. So
yeah.
very different process, but also let us make songs like Hey Maud, which, you know, we got to spend like a week on that tune trying to make it work. And because of that, it's on the record. Otherwise, probably wouldn't be on the record.
I mean, I'm sure it was all worth it trying to figure out all the bits and pieces because, I mean, you created an entire album. And what I love so much about Cheers is like each song is pretty different from each other. Like they're not really, the melody's different, like the vibe of it's different, like every little part of it, like the machine's actually probably my favorite one on the album. They're just something
Cool.
about it's all so different, but that's what
Yeah.
makes it so great. Again, with
Thanks.
that variety.
Yeah, we really tried to, like, I don't know, every song is its own thing. It's like it's its own, it needs its own life, it needs its own energy. And I don't know, I will say it gets harder to not write the same song over and over again. Or, you know, we've released, I don't even know how many songs at this point, 90, something like that, who knows, but a lot of songs, and it's like you don't want them to sound this. You always want to be trying something new. And I know like bands sound like bands because they have their thing. They are the ones playing the music. They are the ones singing. Um, yeah, trying to make sure every song sounds unique and trying to find new sounds and new ways to put them together and new ways of treating the piano and our vocals and well, yeah, all that stuff. Just trying
Right.
to
And you
reinvent.
like every album you guys have released, you can see the change, you can see the growth that you guys have made. And I love being able to hear it and see it visually, and it just gives me chills almost.
Cool,
But
thanks.
of
No, it's
course.
it's fun to, like, you know, we're working on this, we're rehearsing for the tour. We start tour tomorrow, day after tomorrow, in Philadelphia. Like, we're about to hit the road for a month, and like learning these new tunes, reimagining old tunes, trying to make sure everything feels like fresh and interesting for us and for, you know, people that have seen shows. You know, we get a lot of people returning, a lot of returning customers to our
Yeah,
live shows, so we don't want them to get bored or feel like they're seeing the same thing again and again. So
exactly.
I'm trying to keep it fresh.
Exactly. Let's see. What is your favorite song, or what's a song that you connect with the most?
Just full stop,
Mhm.
like of
Like, which one's your
ours, or
absolute
just like
favorite?
a song that I like.
Oh, no, sorry. Your song that you've made. Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry.
all right,
Song that
cool.
you've made.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
clarify.
yeah. What am
I
I
can see the
digging right
panic
now?
in your eyes.
Do what? I was like,
I can
"Ah,
see
there's so many songs out there. Don't make me pick.
your
Even with
song.
ours, it's tough. You know, there's songs that I always love playing. I always love, like, Hollywood is always joyful.
Mhm.
Colorful is always really fun. Every song has its own space. Right now, what am I most excited to play right now for this tour? Um, Oh no! Look, we're working on a new cover. We're learning these new tunes. We might be playing a song that we're hopefully going to release during the tour, which would be really fun. So that makes me real excited. Called "Got a Girl," which has a really, really fun piano solo. Which piano's not plugged in, or else I'm
Ooh,
trying to play it for
exciting.
you. Honestly, all the tunes off this new record, I'm super pumped for. Brass band feels
Hmm.
really good live. I'm really excited about that. Um, I don't know. I can't do the favorite right now.
You pick. I can't even pick favorite ones. I'm not gonna make you pick.
But I appreciate that.
I say all of them are my favorite because it's impossible to pick, you know?
Very kind.
Um, any advice for the people that want to be part of the music industry or the music world?
Yeah, I have way too much to say. Yes. Look, the thing that this industry changes constantly. This is the thing that's really been getting me lately. Like we've been a band so long that when we were starting, we as a band every day each of us would spend an hour a day friending people on MySpace, going on MySpace and trying to like make friends, make connections, see what happens. I met my first like A&R at Atlantic Records through MySpace, and then it was Facebook, and then it was Instagram, and then it's kind of YouTube, and then it's you got a Twitter, and then it is always evolving. So like the work part of it is figuring out how to slot in. So like you've got to play the game, don't get fixated in anything, and keep adapting. That's like a big picture thing. But ultimately, just like make music that you like, and it's a lesson I keep learning over and over again. But don't chase anything. Even if like don't like try to sound like another artist. Be influenced, take little hints, take this and that, but just like do what you like to do. This industry is so tough and so fickle and always, and very competitive. And so if you don't like it, don't do it. Like there's plenty of other stuff you can. And I'm not saying like have music in your life. Music is like the greatest joy. Um, but if you want to work in this field, it's a total ass kicker, no matter what, no matter where you are.
Yeah.
So just
I
make
know.
sure you like it. Yeah.
Yeah. I know I want to work in the music industry. Not necessarily the performing aspect, but like the production and the creation and the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
So, and it's already like I'm getting a taste working at the station, and there's a
Look,
lot to do. There's a lot going on. So,
find
and I
people
feel
that you like to work with. Find people that you like to work with that inspire you, that are inspired by you, and surround yourself with them. And just like feed off each other. Like, you
mhm.
know, we've been in and out, we've been in major labels, we've worked at like big booking agencies. Like it's not always who's like got like the biggest Rolodex or has the most, you know, who can get to Sasha B fluting, you know, fastest. It's like who do you trust? Who's gonna work for you? Who are you gonna work for? Like who do you wanna like hustle with? Who do you trust?
Yeah,
That's just a lot of it. Just find people you trust, make cool shit.
yeah.
See what happens.
What is the best and worst part of touring?
The best part is the shows. That's like such an easy no brainer. It's playing for people. It's getting to spread joy and give people an experience. And the worst part is all the other bullshit. It's the road. It's the time away from home. It's it's just the it's like it's a tough lifestyle.
Mhm.
It's not as glamorous as you think. Even if you're on a bus, you're on a private jet, you're in a van, you're in a car. It doesn't matter. It's just a total
All
ass.
cramped up and you're like cabin fever, like get me out of here.
Yeah, it's like oh, you know, the days are long, the hours are weird. It's like it's pure time warp every
Yeah.
time.
So I'm sure you and the rest of the guys have had some musical clashes or disagreements.
Oh,
Sure. No, never?
yeah, all the time, all the
Yeah.
time.
I
Yeah,
was about to say that's like you can never escape that.
yeah.
But how do you get out of those clashes? How do you guys like talk it out?
Yeah, that's a good question. Talking it out, man. Talking it out. We you know it's like a marriage. You know, there's good years, bad years, weird days, good days. Um, you know, I mean, maybe brothers is probably a little more accurate. That
Yeah.
you know we're pushing each other's buttons and we don't even know we're doing it and into old patterns. So
Yeah.
this is gonna sound like, you know, the therapist in me, but just like being kind and like not trying to always be right, and you know, taking a breath and taking a pause. We've worked our way through it, and look, a lot of bands don't make it 5 years, let alone however long we've been doing it. So
Yeah.
um, it goes back to what I was saying. Like, find people you like. If you like and trust and love the people you work with, if you're getting in fights or disagreeing or having issues with this, that, or the other, it's fine. You can work through it.
It's
You don't
normal.
like the person, and you have to talk about music, and you have to live in a van with them, and it's like there's no way, absolutely no way.
Yeah. Especially since you guys have such different music tastes and backgrounds and that kind of stuff. It's good that you guys are able to, not
Yeah,
throw hands and just talk it out and
yeah,
make it work because you're stuck with them for the most part.
that we
Right, you're
are.
stuck.
Yeah, yeah. Stuck with this guy right there.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
The light.
Welcome. Let's see. Oh, another question. It's escaping my brain. Oh, so when you first started out, was your family or whoever like, supportive, or did they take it to like process like, oh, this is what they're doing?
I was very lucky that my family has always been incredibly supportive.
Mhm.
Um, I think for me, like, I was like a classical piano kid. I was always going to do music. I was saying I was going to be a concert pianist from the age of 7 onward.
Wow.
It was like, it's always been what I've loved. It's always been what I've known. And that's just that. I've lived in that world, and my parents have always been, yeah, very, very supportive. I think, you know, Tommy and Jesse's parents were a little more surprised. I think as many parents would, but have always been supportive as well. So we're really lucky, and we've given them reasons to, you know, support us. Like,
Yeah.
you know, had success. You know, we were talking earlier about like those milestones, right? And we were touring. We were bringing people, you know, not many people to shows, but bringing people to shows. And then when a couple of years in, we actually got to play on Letterman. It like changed everyone else's perspective. They're like, oh,
Oh, okay.
they're
Now you're
real.
fine.
I can tell my friends at work. I can tell the this and the that, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's legitimate now.
Okay.
They're like, you know, so
Gonna pay the bills.
it's a hard thing to understand. I just got married a year ago, and we went on honeymoon this year, and it was incredible. And we went to Tanzania. We got to go on safari, life
Wow.
changing experience. Um, and we met. There's this amazing guy who was a manager at one of the little like lodges that we stayed at, and his name was Good Luck, which is one I think a great name. And we were having a conversation. He's like, "So what do you do?" And I was like, "He was like, what do you do for work?" And I was like, "I'm a musician, so I play shows and I sing and I write my songs and I travel around." And he took a beat and he goes, "And so what do you do for work?" I was like, "Fair question, totally fair question, because what I do is ridiculous."
Yes.
Um, and it's like I feel like that's what everyone wants to ask when someone's like, if I'm like I'm in a band, they want to be like, "Okay, so what do you do?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, I'm actually kind of just in a band, and it's
I'm
what
just
just surviving." So look, it's a funny world. It's a funny industry. Um, there's a lot of people just trying to survive and make it through.
and I feel like that's like that fits to anything in the entertainment world because I relate to that. Like I tell my friends, DJ, and they're like, "What does that mean?" I'm like, "The show on FM," and they're like, "Wait, like FM radio?" I'm like, "Yeah, like you can hear me talking." And they're like, "What? No way! I'm not just playing music. I have like a scheduled show, the specific talk breaks and talk segments." And they're like, "Oh, okay,
Oh, it's a real
so
thing.
it's real." And they're like, "Do you get paid?" I'm like,
Well, that's that's the kicker. One
"I
day,
get a lot,"
a little
but
bit.
you know, it's more for the experience right now
Yeah,
until I get out of college and then I can get, my big girl job. But for
we did a
now,
lot of shows in college for the experience. I'll tell you. So it's just part of the deal.
but it's so worth it. It's so much fun. I have a great time. And like, that's all that matters right now.
Good.
Like,
Bravo, bravo, well done.
I appreciate it. Um, I think those are all of my questions.
Cool.
So,
Well, this has been great. Are we
yeah.
coming to, you know, for those watching, we're heading on tour on Wednesday. Promoting it a lot because, again, we're heading on tour on Wednesday. Are you anywhere near where we're touring? Where are you?
I am actually going to your show on Saturday in
which
Carver
is in Carborough. Awesome.
at Cradle.
Love the Cat's Cradle. One of the best, one of my
Me
favorite little venues in the country.
Yes, me and the production director, we got tickets and we're gonna be there, and I'm so excited.
Awesome.
You guys perform.
Yeah. Well, come say hi. We'll be there. I'll be there.
We'll
You see
try.
me.
I know there's
Yeah.
gonna be some crazy people, and
It's chaos. We'll see what happens. I love that venue, though. It's a great,
Yes.
great room.
I'm excited to be there. But
Awesome.
oh,
Great. Well, I'll see you from the stage at least in a couple days.
yeah, it is great to meet you, Ben.
Nice
Thank
to meet
you
you
so
too.
much for interviewing.
My pleasure. Thanks for doing this, and farewell, everyone who's watching. Sideways. Follow my photos. Be up front. Yes, you will. All right, I'm out of here. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.